Hello, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. Oh my goodness! Attack from every angle on the planet is happening right now. Crazy freaking weekend. I probably spent. The hours I spent becoming a banking expert this weekend is insane in the membrane. I spent at least 12 hours listening to some of the brightest people in Twitter Spaces. I got to tell you what, man. Twitter Spaces has the potential to be like crazy impacting to the way engagement and news is brought forth. But they're going again today. I'll retweet it in a bit because you need to watch this instead of listening to that. I can sum up a lot of what I learned this weekend. We're a little late on this. Ding, 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 ding. The market's open. The Nasdaq was ripping yesterday off the get go. There is some oh man, there's some shit happening with banks. This Twitter space that I listen to a lot lately, man, it's really you can get some amazing information over there. I listen to it at least like 12 hours plus, all like just hours on end, Saturday and Sunday. I fell asleep. Like I fell asleep. They were still going. I woke up. They were still going. I think one of them went like 16 hours. Anyway, there's some really bright people that come in there, whether, senators, ex-Fed, Bill Ackman, Meet Kevin was there for a while. Look, I'm just mentioning names. I'm not mentioning, I said bright and Meet Kevin was actually the dumbest person in the room he's a smart bro when it comes to a lot of stuff. I love kicking Meet Kevin because I get annoyed with all his dumbass classes, but he's a smart dude when it comes to money and shit like that and understanding the Fed. And he was the dumbest person in the room. That's how smart the people are in this room. Anyway, a lot going on with banking. This is could be catastrophic for crypto. I'll discuss reasons why. Long story short, I think crypto is going to be fine. Let's get on. We'll get into all this and much, much more. Let's get over to the desktops and see what's going on in the stock market. Like I said, the Nasdaq yesterday. So over the weekend, Silicon Valley Bank kind of came out of nowhere and basically shuttered. And then late Friday, let me take that back. Yesterday, I believe, it was announced Signature Bank is, the FDIC stepped in and taken receivership. I'm learning a lot of, not really learned, but heard a lot of cool terms numerous times this weekend. Anyway, the FDIC took that over, and that is huge. Both of these are huge implications for crypto. Huge, as what's her face? Paris, huge. Uh, the news came out that the Fed was backstopping the deposits at Silicon Bank. They're doing this through a new $25 billion insurance fund that the banks will pay into. My understanding is taxpayer money won't be affected. There's some people that believe that there is. All evidence I've heard and saw that taxpayer money won't be affected, at least right now. Whether that change is, I don't know. If you have concrete evidence to the latter, post it in the chat. If you catch this afterwards, feel free to post it down below. This is a very, very, extremely, very, if you were to write that out in a sentence, very, 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 extremely, very fluid situation. It's constantly changing. Biden just spoke. Market no likey what Biden said. I'm not really sure why. It's no different than what was released yesterday. I think a bit of what is killing the market right now is I don't think a buyer has stepped in to pick up Silicon Valley Bank, and I think that probably needs to happen. Um, I don't know. We'll see. But other banks, like we got First Republic Bank. This is basically. I'm surprised we haven't heard that they're not. The FDIC hasn't already stepped in there. But is this an attack on crypto? Some people are saying that it might be. The big reason people are saying this is because there's the four big banks: Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Who's the fourth? Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Shit. I don't know. There's another one. Oh my goodness. If I have to Google this, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I'm going to feel like an idiot. Four big banks. Citigroup. Citigroup. Talk about, all right, so Citigroup. None of them will take money from crypto. Kraken, Coinbase, Gemini. They just completely said, no, we're not going to take your money. Now, what's happening is even with the Fed backstopping or, putting this out there, what incentive does anyone have, especially could potentially be a serious problem. If you're Coinbase, you don't have a choice. A lot of these venture capitalists, a lot of venture capitalists were in Silicon Valley Bank because they were free and loose and gave a lot of money out, took a lot of risk. Their management team was horrible and didn't know how to do, bond risks and etc. But that's a different story. Biden said all these pros are getting fired, which I think is the correct move. He also said if you had stock in it, you're donezo. You took the risk. I don't disagree with him there. That's part of doing your due diligence, and that's tough due diligence. If you want to put money in a bank and you don't know how they're doing their risk management and you're just going on hearsay, he's right. You're going to lose your money. Now, to be able to understand that, like, can the average retail investor do that? So you probably listen to someone. Most average retailer doesn't have money in maybe Silverbank and Silvergate, right? Silvergate had a lot of steam because of crypto. So there's the potential for a lot of crypto bros maybe had money in there. But is this part of Operation Choke Point 2.0? Choke them all out, choke crypto out, choke out all the fiat ramps. And they're going to be like, but Tom, I can buy crypto with Wells Fargo. What are you talking about? No, bro, I'm talking about Coinbase. What is Coinbase supposed to do? They have to spread their money around like 7 regional banks. And the most recent one, Cross Rivers Bank. We're proud to announce, because was it Circle? Yes, Circle or Coinbase? It was Coinbase. Had $287 million on Silvergate. Circle had $3.3 billion on Silvergate, 10% of their reserves, right? So that's the reason USDC depegged over the weekend to the tune of about, 3 to 7%. There's some crazy math that I didn't totally understand that did mean it should have been marked down to about 3%, 4%. But that's a big deal. So now, with the FDIC insurance of 250,000, a lot of payroll was up for grabs, especially with all the venture capitalism over at Silvergate. Now all these crypto bros like Coinbase, Kraken, what are they supposed to do? They can't put their money in the big four. The big four are really the only ones that are basically nationalized. They're like guaranteed too big to fail. If JP Morgan's in trouble, they will get bailed out. Unlike Silvergate, Signature, and Silicon Valley. They're not getting, the bank is done. This word bailout keeps getting said. The bank is not getting bailed out. The deposits are being, covered. There's a bit of a difference there. So I don't know. I've listened to a lot of this stuff over the weekend. I understand what both sides are saying. A lot of people hate Silicon Valley Bank just because, all the tech bros are getting bailed out again. And I'm just like, dude, I get where you're coming from, but you realize the United States is where it is because of all the tech bros, right? Like innovation, growth, innovation. But like without innovation and tech growth, we'd be in the Stone Ages still. China be number one. I guess that was a little bit racist. I shouldn't have said it like that, but my apologies. Don't cancel me, please. I love the Chinese people, not necessarily the Chinese government. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the stock market. Ooh. You know what I'm doing here, boys and girls? I am installing Windows. I already installed Windows Subsystem for Linux. Now I installed Ubuntu. My plan is to do a little NuNet node running over here, so that'll be on the lookout for that. Let's see finish up what's going on in the markets. The Nasdaq now down 130. This is not good. My Coinbase position, we got CPI data tomorrow. CPI data usually comes out second week. Maybe it was delayed because of how late, because of the month. It's typically, maybe it's because it's the second Tuesday is how they do it. But I believe that Biden already knows the data, and he said he's confident that it's not going to come in hot. If it were to come in hot, that would be pretty bad. But bonds are up almost 3.5 points. Bonds are up insane. Bonds are back up to 132. Bonds go up, rates go down. I think last week the market was pricing in a 90% chance or something like that of a 50 basis point hike. It's bordering on zero of any type of hike, like 100% chance of no hike. So tomorrow will be a big number. We'll have to see how that plays out. Let's see anything else. Tesla down $8. I should have sold those covered calls. I probably can't roll this out for a credit. I can. What the hell? Quite a bit of credit, actually. Do I roll this out to 67 days for more credit? I'm down $635 on this, but I've received... I'm only down $364 because of all the credit received, selling the call, money I've already made from a put, rolling it up. So my cost basis is on this is going to be like $47 if I end up buying the stock. Coinbase was not going up when there was like this huge pump this morning. Am I live? Oh yeah, I actually am live. There's 3 people in the house. Talk to me. I'm lonely. I'm lonely. 3 people in the house, 0 likes. For shame. What was I saying? We were talking about Coinbase. Coinbase was not doing that well when the market was pumping. Bitcoin was pumping. If Bitcoin's pumping, you think Coinbase is doing well. But this whole bank thing's a big deal. What do you think's going to happen? A lot of people, even with what the government's doing, the Fed's doing right now, are going to say, F this, I'm taking my money out of a regional bank and putting it in one of the big 4. Kevin in the Twitter space even said, Um, you know, I had my money in some local bank, and I said, screw this. I took it out and I put it in JP Morgan. I thought that was interesting. I wonder if he knew something. Another thing that was brought up quite a bit, the main reason Silvergate got destroyed, and this is happening to other banks too, is because they have to keep liabilities on their balance sheet that have like a market value of what they have in cash deposits. And they put it in long term, like MSBs or MBSs, mortgage backed securities, and long term bonds, and et cetera. And because of the rate hikes and the rates going up, they had tons of unrealized losses. I forget what the number was for Silvergate, only like 2 billion, or it was either 2 billion or 20 billion. I think it was only like 2 billion. I think 2 billion because they were only like a $15 billion bank. But no one would, they did a capital raise, no one would, and then the sharks smelled the blood in the water and basically went after them, right? And that's going to be happening to other, and it already has, probably. That's what's going on with Signature. And what's this other one? First Regional Capital. Oh, for FRC, god damn it. Anyway, this is the Cross Rivers. This Cross Rivers is effing over the counter. Coinbase put their money in an over the counter bank. That's not scary at all. I mean, that scares the shit out of me. That is like, let me sound off the air horn. I want Coinbase. Well, I don't have any money in Coinbase. Well, I take it back. I have about $1,000 over there because it's where a dollar cost average. Coinbase, Kraken, like their CEO is working on announcements because they have money at regional banks, right? Everyone's going to be taking money, or that's the fear. Everyone's going to be taking money out of these regional banks because they don't want to take the risk, even with the Fed saying what they're saying. If you have somebody, Roku, $500 million, like I said, Circle, 3.3 billion. Several venture capitalist firms. Apparently Oprah had a ton of money over there. Apparently Prince Henry and Meghan have like most of their entire fortune over there. Like what? How stupid can you be? No offense, but why would you put billions of dollars in some bank like that, man? Put most of it. Well, I would have shit spread around and like investing a shit ton. I'm sure they still have a lot of money invested or whatever. Man, you gotta, I don't know. Like, I don't know what would possess you to take that much risk to put most. Well, I guess you figure, top 15 bank is safe, I guess, but banks collapse all the time. Did you not learn nothing in 2008? And what Silicon Valley Bank management did, I would not be surprised if they won't be bunkmates with Sam scam bank run fraud. They had to have known about this for a while. They sold stock 3 weeks ago, like 30%. And I don't think they can, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they can just wake up and say, oh shit, the bank's going down. I got to sell 30% of my stock, only sell 30%. They have to do filings, and they have to do filings in advance. So they've known for a while how bad it is. And recently, this bro has said the bank is fine. So that's likely fraud. He probably lied. He's probably going to be in a shitload of trouble. I'm not a banking lawyer. Don't come sue me like, who was suing Shannon Sharp? Oh yeah, Brett Favre. Brett Favre suing Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee. None of you nerds won't know any of those three names. Ricky would understand Brett Favre. Anyway, this is a big deal for crypto because, again, these Coinbases and what have you don't have on-ramps. I believe they will eventually find a way. I believe Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? I come back and yeah, it came out of nowhere. It literally, Like, and this is very 2008 Lehman Brothers, Bear Stearns vibe. Like, literally, we knew things were Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? We knew. Well, I mean, we knew shit was bad, like with inflation, recession. But then all of a sudden, like, banks are collapsing. Regional banks are. So if you're not familiar with the term regional, national, local, there's four big banks: Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan. These became basically too big to fail. JP Morgan came claim to fame basically in 2008. They like 10x their size or some shit. Dad, don't quote me on my facts and figures. Who knows if I'm right or wrong, but they bought out whatever and became really big. So these are basically nationalized too big to fail banks. You can put in the FDIC of 250,000 kind of needs to be changed, but at the same time, the counter argument is if they make it unlimited, there's a huge moral hazard, and I agree with that. And what do you mean, Tom? Well, if banks know deposits will be fully guaranteed regardless of the size, bankers are shiesty mofos, and they'll go, well, I'll just continue to be reckless with my leverage on the back end. And who cares if we blow up? I'll get paid, in the short term. And if we go under, we'll get back, all the, but so I don't know. There has to be better regulation that monitors what these banks are doing, like what Silvergate Bank was doing. Like, how did they get away with that for so long? And how a lot of other banks, so they got hit, like I said, with about 1.8 billion in unrealized losses because they had to liquidate bonds at a loss to cover, in a bank run. I think the bank run was probably coordinated. I don't know, right? Choke point 2.0, maybe is this happening? There's more blood in the water, more can continue, but there's allegedly $620 billion in unrealized losses right now, far beyond Silvergate or Silicon Valley. So I don't know. If I said Silvergate, I meant Silicon Valley with this 1.8 billion. So there's allegedly 620 billion more in unrealized losses because of what's going on with rates. Other banks doing the same thing. Silicon did. So there may be continuing contagion effects. And then, like I said, the biggest problem here is with crypto because Signature Bank and Silvergate were the fiat ramps for crypto. And I don't mean you and me. I mean allowing Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini to do business. And, Circle, same thing. USDC, we need Jason. I'm giving you answers right now, bitch. I spent like 12 plus hours and I can't, the second I get off the stream, I'm going back into the Twitter space. You guys should listen to this. These guys are amazing. You know what you need, Ricky? You need my nuts. All right, let's muddle through the. Ooh, hell yeah! What's going on? What is going on besides Stacy's mom? We got a little green action, and I need green action in Coinbase. Get a load, get a load of that, Ricky. Deep breaking news. Why is Coinbase pumping? Let's see if there's something new going on Twitter. Sipping on some Twitter. Wouldn't it be nice? Good morning. If you're gonna go through that much effort, I'm gonna say good morning, bro. Oh wait. Oh, is that Mutinate? What is that? Who is this guy? Husband, father, Cardano. Yeah, he's getting good morning. Good. I'm even gonna goo morning. Goo morning. Wink, wink. My mind's in the gutter this morning. Send tweet. I got an interesting story for you, boys and girls. Make it a load and a half hour. Yeah, bro. Uh, I'm I'm backed up. I'm backed up a little bit. I might be able to give you 2 loads. All right. An interesting story about this USDC USDT. I thought I was going to be smart. I should have known better. Are you talking about this? I don't even know who this guy is, but he went through a lot of effort. So I thought it was going to be super smart this week and arbitrage the USDC because I was sure it was going to go back to peg. So I came over to Radiant and I have money. You know, I have a bunch of Ethereum on here. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to borrow USDT. So I borrowed like $8,000 in USDT and then swapped it into USDC. And I misread this and I thought, so borrowing USDT at the time was like 117% to borrow. And I noticed it after the fact, right? So I swapped, how much was it? Maybe it was only 5,000. So I swapped 5,000 of USDT and got like 5,300, or maybe it was 8,000. But either way, I got like, borrowed 8,000. I swapped and got 83 something in USDC. So theoretically, I made like 300 and some dollars. And then I saw that it was, 117%. And I'm like, well, screw this. I'm out. Well, and then I went back to trade my USDC back to USDT, and it already depegged a little bit more. And now I was gonna lose $160 in like the time frame of 2 minutes. This was swapping on Sushi. So, and then later I figured out there was much better liquidity on Uniswap, and this is on Arbitrum. So I might have even got a better deal if I would have started on Arbitrum, but I eventually went back to Arbitrum. I went back over to Uniswap, and immediately it was only like a $60 loss, and I almost went for it, but I just gutted it out for a little while. So basically, a few hours of stress and I made $15.86. Long story short, you're not as smart as you think you are sometimes when it comes to this arbitrage shit. All right, well, we were on Twitter. Let's see if anything. USDC is back to 99 cents. It got below 90, and then it was hovering around 93 for a while. The UK government, HSBC is buying Silicon Valley Bank UK for €1. Biden banks are safe. He said what he said and walked off the stage. Didn't answer one question. You know why? Because people would start asking him about shit like Dodd-Frank and Babel 3 and the Windows and all this, and he doesn't know. That motherfucker doesn't know. He looked like an idiot. They were like, Mr. President, just say what you got to say and get the F off stage. I don't blame him. I mean, does he really need to be an expert on all that shit? He should know the broad strokes and then have a really good cabinet member for it, right? That's my strategy. I'm not going to, for my 2024 election, I'm not going to sit there and tell you I'm an expert in banking, though I'm probably smarter than half the population. I'm going to be like, these are the problems I'm going to fix, and I'm going to surround myself with really good mofos to fix the problem, right? So who do I put in the Fed? Maybe Ricky, you want to be head of the Fed? Retro, what do you want to be, Retro? All right. Where's Costco? We're going to make her Secretary of now. Could you imagine Costco Secretary of Defense? All right. Let's see. We now have a short-term pivot point for Bitcoin, 19.5. I had a friend ask me this weekend, what do you think Bitcoin's going to do? Because he thought maybe it was going to start pumping now. And I'm like, I don't like giving this guy advice. I don't like giving anyone advice when it comes to crypto because most people can't handle it, right? Like they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle the volatility. It's going to be likely. Like, what's happening now in crypto? Psh, when was that first RC Bank? First Republic Bank. Why isn't FRC? This shit was $100 last week. $114 on Wednesday. Gap down because of Silicon Valley Thursday was still like 97, as 97 all the way down to 50. And then pre-market is now down below 30. It looks like it's trading again. First regional. I'm not investing. This is people who is buying this right now. First Republic. I'm surprised. Like, the only reason who would be buying this stock? I understand selling it. I guess you're just desperate, right? You hope it rebounds. Some money's better than no money. Top, I think Meet Kevin did a video. Top banks by assets. Let's see what we got. I want to look at what's happening with other regional banks. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. I feel like Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley would be too big to fail. I hear Charles Schwab is in trouble. PNC. All right, let's TD. Capital One. Holy shit, man. Oh, this is still halted on Tasty. Oh, I wonder if this just re-halted. All right, Goldman Sachs. Only down $3. They got some smart bros over at Goldman Sachs. They probably aren't doing dumb shit like Silicon Valley was with their bonds. And they're the sharks. The Goldman Sachs is the sharks. They're the ones in 2008 that shed a bunch of shit on their, allegedly shed a bunch of bad bonds, MBSs on their balance sheet, knowing that they were basically worthless. Morgan Stanley, I believe that's just MS. Yeah, only down 61 cents. Let's see, next, Charles Schwab. What is their ticker? CS? I doubt it. Charles Schwab. Down $10. Yeah, the word on the street is they could be in trouble. They have like trillions in assets, maybe like 7 trillion assets under management. This would be a big one. PNC. Down $9. What's the IV on this shit? 180%. I'm not investing in this. All right, TDA. What? I thought it was just TD. Can you not even get TD on here because TD was Tom Sosnoff at one point? TD Amer. TD Ameritrade, TD Amer stock. God damn it! What's this symbol? TD stock symbol. AMTD. That's a word. It's only, no, that can't be right. AMTD, according to this, but this isn't. Let's do Google TD Ameritrade chart. Riverbank? No, what? This is just some chart. AMTD. Yeah, I don't know. AMTD 39. Is this old or something? Do they not have a symbol? Oh, they were bought by, I think they were bought by Charles Schwab, right? That's why. Yeah, I think that's the case. I'm just going by the list of biggest banks. And I'm pretty sure they were bought by Charles Schwab, TD Bank. No, NA. Yeah. All right. Capital One's next. What's in your wallet? I don't know their ticker symbol. Capital Products. It is COF. Down $4. Not too bad yet, but the worst could still be yet to come. The Nasdaq's now green, basically flat. The E-mini S&P's down 11. Crude oil was down like $4 a barrel. Now it's only down 2. Gold. Was there a flight to safety? Gold up $37 over 1900. Pushing towards all-time highs again. Nasdaq trying to get a little fire under it. Do we do look? You know what? I did long some Ethereum yesterday because I'm full on degen. Now, oh, I should have done it. Let's do it. I think we're getting a little pump. I'm enjoying doing this again. This isn't something you should do. I'm just doing it with small amounts to have a little bit of fun, and trying to build up a bag with it. There's no reason for me to long it right now other than, wait, let's look at the chart. If anything, I should be shorting it right here. Either shorting it or going for this right here. Right there. Let's see what's going on the hourly. It went up, came back down, back tested, and going back up. I liked it. I just want to, should I 25x? I did 10x yesterday. 25x is, let's just go 10x. Liquidation would be 1460. Oh, all right. So if I 25x, that doesn't give me much room. I can get liquidated pretty quick. Oh, it's pumping. I'm wasting time. All right, place order. Confirm long. Costco Speaker of the House? She's got to get what are you talking about, bro? Like, I can't just nominate someone to be Speaker of the House. She's got to be a whatchamacallit first. She's got to get elected. Like cabinet members, I can secretary of something. I can just make you secretary, whatever the fuck I want to. It's not going through. It's caught. Oh, now it's pumping, man. I miss like, what's going on here? Usually Radiant goes, or Optimism goes through really quick. I don't think it went through. And it's pumping louder. Can you assign my face to... I respect the shit out of... Yeah, no, I can't because All right, I think my shit went through. This is annoying. Or it's gonna... Oh yeah, I'm through. I'm up $5. All right, baby. Let's go. Pump it up. You know, I can't... Tell you what, I'll let you go second. God damn, dude. You're costing me prescribers right now, bro, saying shit like this. But yeah, I want to be assigned to that chair, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's NASDAQ, Bitcoin is pushing 20. Looks like Bitcoin's going for 23,000 on the futures. NASDAQ now, we're pumping. What's going on? Why is the market all of a sudden ripping? Coinbase is ripping? Let's freaking go. Get me out of this hole. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Hold on. No, that's not unhinged, bro. No, I'm just going to shut up before I get myself in trouble. Let's see what's going on over on, man, did you guys see what I put in gals? Did you see what I posted in Discord? This is a money printing machine. Who is that sexy mofo? I spent like 5 minutes on that thumbnail this morning. Are you guys proud of me? What does dumbass have to say? Circle, blah, blah, blah. Government, crypto, blah. All right, whatever. Do you guys, are you kidding me? That's like $4,000 in LP over on Wing Riders. Paid me $150 in 5 days. 150 divided by 4,000 is like 20 some percent, right? No way. Excuse me. 4%. Is that right? 4% in 5 days. Yeah, 4% in 5 days. That's what staking Cardano. You can't even get this with Cardano on a year. Staking Cardano. That's that's like 20+% a month. And I'm taking, so I moved it all to Wing Riders LP. This is the same amount of LP, and MenSwap only paid me that. So I'm moving it all over. We're gonna get paid, hopefully. Right now, I'm mostly putting this into Shin ADA LP. Wish it would stop asking me that. I wish MenSwap would tell you your dollar amount that you have in the LP, but I figured out a pretty quick way to if I can figure out the value of it, it would be easy for them to show you the value, and Wing Riders does that. But regardless, right now I'm taking my profits from Indy, which are massive, and dropping them into ADA Shin LP. Shin is the backing for the DJED stablecoin, the algorithmic stablecoin. It's basically a 1.25x leverage of ADA, which is, if it goes down, it goes 1 point. So basically, it's like yield farming ADA with minimal and permanent loss risk, and you're getting paid to do so. And I think ADA and Shin are going to go up. So I think this is an almost non-financial advice, no-brainer. Don't the DeFi risk and all this, right? Don't be piling into this, right? This is an event, not for some of the people in the chat, but this is super advanced shit, learning how to do this, right? It's not that hard. The Discord, I got a Discord link below. We can help you out. I've done videos, and we'll help you out if you got questions, but this is high risk stuff, right? Anyway, the DJED stablecoin held up really well. I was battle tested this weekend. It's collateralized 400 to 800% by Shin. You can mint and burn Shin based on that. And the collateralization dropped to 400%. You can no longer burn Shin. And, it held up. And now I believe it's above 400% right now. It's hard for me to look without connecting to a VPN. So because our great nation. I mean, it's not the Shin or Cody doesn't allow it because they don't want to deal with our non-guidance crypto government, right? It's not that it's illegal, but like that's why a lot of people, a lot of projects geo-block the United States because, and even that's why a lot of crypto innovation stifled, right? Tastyworks. I love this platform. They have a Web3 wallet and they have certain things with crypto. They would have a lot more, but they don't want to deal with the headache because of what's going on in our government and they don't know how they're going to get attacked. So it's very slow moving over here when it comes to that shit. All right, Coinbase is freaking pumping. What is going on right now? Anyway, so I got quite a bit going on over here in this. Speaking of MinSwap, this thing continues to just rip. Over 9 ADA. This thing was around 4.5 ADA, or dollar wise. I don't know what this is dollar wise. 0.03 cents. So it was like under 2 cents when I said MinSwap should do really, really, really well in a bull market. That's why I'm yield farming like crazy over here. MinSwap, Wing Riders, but MinSwap is the DEX on Cardano. If you got in the DEX pancake swap in the beginning, you made a fortune off the farm token in the first bull run. And I think the same thing can happen over here with both MinSwap and Wing Riders. But I'm going pretty heavy with MinSwap right now. NewNet's doing really well. Like I said, I'm getting Ubuntu Windows subsystem for Linux. You don't know, it's a feature you can add to your Windows PC and you can basically run full-on Linux Ubuntu flavors. You just install WSL. If you have any questions about that, just hit me up in the Discord or whatever. It does require reboot, and then you can go to the App Store and install Ubuntu 2204 LTS long-term service. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I'm gonna get a node. I'm gonna get a new net node running. Meld. I've been doing the Meld testnet. That should be coming out pretty soon. You saw Burton live in the Discord. Why the F would I install? I don't have a reason for you to install it. I have a lot of reasons to install Ubuntu. One, I'm going to run a new net node on it. Two, I can do things like dig MX records and SSH into stuff a lot easier. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not telling you to install Ubuntu, but if you want to run a new net node, it's an option, right? Yeah, I don't know why you had to just jump out and be an asshole. I'm playing retro. All right, Indy 4.8 doing pretty good. It hangs around that 4.5 to 5 cent level for the most part. What is Wing Riders down 16-17%? Not sure why that's the case. ADA, NMKR, Mira is a coin that I started yield farming lately. I put a little. Oh, what I was going to show you. You want to know what your TVL is in a liquidity pool over here? You would come over to your liquidity. So let's do Shin. I have 900 million. $900 million in LP tokens, right? So you go to your liquidity, get your liquidity amount, and then you come over to the pool, and you see there's 3.04, no. I think somewhere it tells you your percent too, so you really don't even need to know. Oh, I think it shows you your percent right here, but I'm doing the math. Your pool share 0.0655. That's actually gone up a little, but the math I'm doing is going to give me this number, right? So it's your LP divided by 3.6. Oh shit. God damn it. Divided by 36251. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that isn't right. 906. Yeah, that would be right. What am I doing wrong here? Besides embarrassing myself. TV. Oh wait, this is what I'm looking for here. This is the total LP. That's just a TVL. So this, your LP divided by the total LP is going to give me that 0.06 number. You would 0655 to the -4. So this is what you would times the TVL, right? So this isn't a percent. So here you can just do the math right away, but basically it's I gotta go to my liquidity. It's this number right here. It's 0.0655%. So you got to take it times 0.00. You got to time it times 100, right? So 0.0, because this is in percent, 0.00065. And this is what this is right here, right? So it's just times 3.6. This is the TVL and Cardano we had earlier. It's going to give you that. So I have basically 2358 Cardano value in that LP. You could take that times the value price of Cardano. 0.3. Now it's like 0.33, probably something like that. 0.344 times 0.344 equals $811. And that's about right. I have about $811 in that LP. That's all free money from Indie Finance, by the way. So I'm going to do that during this bear market. I think it's going to be a while. I think we got months and months and months. The 4-year cycle. We got plenty of time to accumulate. I'm going to be patient. I love waking up. I'm a natural born farmer. I grew up on Kansas, the Great Plains of Kansas. Wake up every morning, get in the old pickup, drive around 40 miles an hour, checking the crops, sometimes slowing it down to 20, making sure them wheat and corn rows are straight. I actually didn't do that, but that would be my dad and every other person on the road. I was actually the asshole doing 100 miles behind him saying, "Get the out of my way, Grandpa." Anyway, it's weird that I now grow up and check. I've grown up and I check my crops. I check my digital crops. I spent listening to Twitter Space Lives, listening to Twitter Spaces, checking my Radiant crops, checking my MinSwap crops, wondering what I can do, wondering where I can go, long-term planning. I'm not even joking. Do I fertilize? Do I fertilize over on Wing Riders? You can fertilize. You can apply Wing Rider tokens to boost. That's fertilizer, right? All right. Oh, shit. I should have went 25x, boys and girls. We are making some money. I'm up $27. I should have. If I would have 25x, I'd be up like $60 right now. Yeah, my pops would be proud of me. He wouldn't understand what I was telling him, but I'm a farmer. I am a legit farmer. It's a different type. It's farming. I don't know what to tell you. Instead of growing corn, I'm growing min. I'm growing MinSwap. Pump it up. Eventually I got to take this off, right? This thing's going to hit like, I think 1660. It's gonna like, it's already getting up there, right? 1666. Like, is it gonna, if it blasts through this, we're going to 1700. Like, where are we going on this? I shouldn't be putting this stuff on stream, that I'm 10x longing ETH. This is the last thing in the world I want any of my prescribers doing. This is Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't want to lose because of I'm a, I'm a survivor. No, because I'm super competitive. I don't like losing. I definitely don't like losing money, but if I were to lose this money, I would be upset. I would be bummed for like 5 minutes and then move on. I would put $250 over there. It's now worth about 200. I made a little bit and then I lost a lot. I lost $100 on a Matic play, and now I'm just trying to grind. I'm trying to grind, trying to learn. At the end of the day, this is a really great tool the move will be, Ethereum and Bitcoin are busting out in a bull run, but now you think a big pullback's coming because that always happens. You still get big pullbacks. FUD will come out. So say say I have 100 Ethereum, which I don't. Say I have 100 Ethereum and I don't want to sell my Ethereum, but I know there's a really good chance of a big move coming. You can hedge. The problem is how much your funding rate is, right? Since I put this on, I paid 10 cents in funding, the carrying cost. So you can put on like a 10 ETH short, a 10% hedge against your 100 ETH, and you're going to get that move down eventually, right? Especially if you short it almost eventually, especially if you short it after like big moves. Eventually that FUD's going to come and it's going to drop really big and you're going to be able to take your short off at a profit, stack more Ethereum or whatever you're doing. They don't have Cardano over here, so I can't do that. And then you still have all your Ethereum. It's worth a lot less right now, but you're still in the thesis that the bull run's not over and it's going to continue to new all-time highs. Right. So these are the type of vehicles. I just want to get comfortable doing this. And I think there will be good points to actually long Ethereum, right? Like I would consider longing this right here wasn't like a real great reason to long Ethereum. This was just degen. But once the bull market happens, I could see myself taking Ethereum. Like I have 8.25 Ethereum over here on Radiant. I can see myself taking 2 Ethereum, right? 2 Ethereum worth and borrowing. Like I wouldn't do that. I kind of wanted to do that a little bit this weekend, but with USDC being pegged, it wasn't worth it. And the interest on USDT and DAI being, it wasn't worth it. But with USDC being fine, you can borrow $3,000 in USDC, go over to Uniswap, swap it into Ethereum, add it as collateral, earn Radiant, earn more Ethereum, and if Ethereum goes up, and this is a way of leveraging long, right? So Ethereum goes up, if Ethereum doubles, if Ethereum goes from 2 Ethereum to 4 Ethereum, or Ethereum doubles in price, you could sell half your Ethereum, pay your loan off, and you've just made a free Ethereum. Jason in the house. How you doing, brother? Jason coming in the house being racist right off the rip. Africans, they're hot. Oh no. What do you like? It's Africa hot? Or are you doing some what's his face? Who says that? I can't even think of the famous Moloxy Blues. Africans, they're hot. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, I don't like you trying to get me canceled. You sold all your indie because World Mode was in Africa. That's where they're at. Yeah, you're trying to get me canceled, bro. You missed all the good talk on the banking shit earlier, Jason. It was right up your alley. What's so hot about World Mobile? It's a really good project. We've talked about it quite a bit, Retro. They're setting up air nodes. They're getting telecommunications to the parts of the world that don't have it, and you pay for it. You pay for your data plans, your mobile plans. all in the World Mobile Token. It's also really cool because they're going to be a layer 2 Tendermint consensus, which is Cosmos consensus sidechain on Cardano. Oh, you've been listening? Good. No, I like World Mobile Token a lot. I'm a huge fan of WMT, AGX, MinSwap, NTX. I think personally, you selling your indie, like that's what I'm doing, right? I'm selling my indie as we go. I'm treating it like a pure on farm token. I love the project, but what's going to happen to them once USDA comes out? What's going to happen to them when Aneta BTC comes out, right? Two of the biggest things behind, well, they got other stuff working for them. They can do any IS. They can do iMatic, whatever, right? But how much of, like, who's going to want to be in IUSD if the JED and USDA are the top stable coins, right? What is the risk there? Well, and I discussed this too. What is the value of the indie token? It's just a governance token. I'm actually surprised it's held up really well. I don't see any reason to hold on to it personally. And again, I think indie right now is the best project on Cardano. So don't get me wrong. I wish him the best. But long-term mindset, I don't know where that puts him. Farming on indie with MinSwap. Farming on MinSwap with Walmart. Yeah, I am Walmart. With Walmart. I am too. I mean, I got, let's see, not a lot. But I got some over here and I got some on Wing Riders. Dollar amount, let's see, 0.0027. I can't, this is 0.0027. All right, so we're going to take, it's the second biggest pool, I believe. All right, so we're going to take 0.000027 times 11 to 1, 268 ADA times 0.35. We'll round it up. I have like $94 there. Not a whole lot. I have like 100 and so I have about $200 total. I have about 100 and some over on Wing Riders. / random Discord. It better be a picture of your abs. What do we got? My paw. You got too much time on your hands, Ricky. This is funny. We're going to give that a heart. We're going to give that, I'm going to be all millennial right now. We're going to give this a fire. This brings a tear to my eyes. How did I get the MinSwap icon? I'm going to bring a tear to my eyes. All right. Let's see what's going on in the markets. We haven't got back to Bitcoin since, oh, come on. Maybe it's stalling. Should I take my long off? Bitcoin, holy F. Bitcoin's 23,500. How comes no one spoke up about that shit? What the actual F is going on in crypto right now? I like that there was only 35 million indie tokens. Yeah, but they're like, this is not, bro, this isn't a dead cat bounce. This is V-shaped recovery. Short-term V-shape. I don't think this is dead cat bounce. Big day tomorrow. Again, I think they already know the inflation is going to be good. The numbers are going to be good tomorrow. Biden guaranteed inflation was going to be good tomorrow. Inflation usually comes out the second week. I think this time it was delayed because it's still only the first Tuesday last week. But I think they have the data, and he gave insider information. Don't go crazy longing a bunch of money you don't have based off what I just said, right? I've said numerous times in the past, if you knew the data ahead of time, you would still probably lose more than 50% of the time because the market's going to react different than what you really think is going to happen. All right, 23.4. We are looking good. Ethereum 1648. Radiant 28.6. Atom 11. So render 20. Oh, Radiant 28.6. Man. Radiant. Why? I can't remember why I put this on my chart. Why are we someone out there? I remember someone out there talking a lot about Radiant lately. Anyone remember who put that on my radar? Anyone? Oh, it was me. You sick of that joke yet? All right. Just a small nuke in the Ukraine to somber the mood. Shouldn't even joke around about shit like that. The Ukraine, like, I can't even get Ukraine news right now. Like, what the hell's going on? I hear Russia confiscated a bunch of our weapons and is sending it to Iran. Iran's buying some MiGs or some shit. Yeah, Jason's just trying to stir the pot this morning. North Korea shot off a missile at like South Korea or some shit. It is a real threat. I want more information because there's been heavy assaults on Bukhmut or whatever it's called. I agree. But you can't get Ukraine news right now. Everything's about this banking disaster. The banking system is safe, my ass. All customers, all management will be fired. Investors will not be protected. Need full accounting of what happened at banks. Yeah, DGen, bond risk management, and the Fed crushing them with unrealized losses. The third largest bank failure yesterday. Feels like a footnote. It's crazy that Pomp doesn't really putting two and two together that these are the fiat on-ramps for all the crypto exchanges. Let's get apparently Everything All at Once won destroyed the Oscars last night. Has anyone watched that? I've heard a lot of people tell me it's like, even Obama loved it, right? I watched it for 15 minutes and I couldn't take it and I turned it off. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yesterday I started again. I made it about another 10 or 15 minutes and it was getting better. But I'm just like, I'm sure it's all going to work out. I'm sure if I were to stick to it, it's going to be amazing. But as a dude, and at my age, I just don't know that I'm the right demographic for it. It's pretty good. You like Maverick Top Gun? Yeah, I think Maverick Top Gun was amazing. But, it's, again, I haven't finished this other movie yet. I don't watch that S for some reason, but this year, what popped the F off? The Asian, goddamn, dude. Jason, you're just, what the hell are you trying to do to me? One of the problems I have with it is there is a lot of subtitle reading, and I don't like to read subtitles because that's how lazy I am. And, multi-stream. Does this show me both chats? Steam, stream, chat, read only. I can see, I didn't realize this right now. I can see, no, it's not showing. If you're, how many people do we got watching? I need to, Biden speaks, Matt Kors. That sounds like a familiar person. Oh, I got another follower. 8 people, 8 views. Sometimes I get some, what happened this day? 16 views and 8 people thumbed it up. All right, Bitcoin 23.3, Ethereum 1647. It feels like it's losing a little steam. Is it cooling off for a second and then going to ramp back up? Let's take a look at the hourly. That's some big BDE, big dick energy right there. Let's look at the 1 second. This bitch goes down to 1 second. The 1 minute. Okay, so if we bounce off this, oh, calm down, Tom. 15-minute, like who? If this is your life right now, just bouncing around all these different time frames, like, man, do you really enjoy life like this? Academy Award show. Did what's his face? The Office guy. What's his name? Did he host it? I like that guy. I just can't think of his name right now. He's always funny. He's always up there drinking. Was it who hosted the Oscars? No, Jimmy Kim. Oh, this guy. What's his name? It was Jimmy Kimmel. What's this guy's name? I really like. Oh, Ricky Gervais. Jimmy Kimmel's okay, but this guy's. I mean, I love Jimmy Kimmel, but this guy, like, they'll probably never ask him back. The roasting he did at the last one. Yeah, I don't. This doesn't interest me. You know what interests me? Chill Baggins. Why? I don't know the trade that you. I heard the Rams got fleeced for Jalen Ramsey. I heard that. What? No, maybe. Oh, the Dolphins fleeced. I hear the Dolphins fleeced the Rams. I don't know the story yet. I don't really need the Dolphins getting any better. But today is the start of free agency. I'm pretty excited about that. Kansas City Chiefs need to make some moves. Hell yeah. I'm going to like you right back, bro. All right, let's see what we got going on. 35 new tweets, 7:42 a.m. Live CPI tomorrow. I'm not going to guarantee. I might start streaming tomorrow because of CPI. I mean, I wouldn't expect any of you DJs to be around to log on, but you aren't gonna kick. You're not doing shit next season. It's gonna be like you guys are screwed for a while. You paid for your Super Bowl, and now you're gonna be paying for it with cap space and shitty draft picks for a while. Enjoy that Super Bowl ring you had. I'm enjoying my second one in like 4 years now. We got the dynasty. We're going to win 3 in a row. We're going to be the first football team in the history of the NFL. Mahomes will be the Jordan. Now, obviously, I'm speaking crazy because winning Super Bowls are super effing hard. Not only do you have to have the team, you got to keep the team together, blah, blah, blah. It gets worse with cap space over time. Kansas City's I think they're doing a really good job of cycling in rookies on rookie contracts and filling key positions and picking the right people. So I think Kansas City has the right formula, and it's similar to what New England did for their dynasty. But I think Kansas City has the right formula for long-term success. A lot of these other teams, like, paying ridiculous amounts. Like, I don't know, the whole Lamar Jackson thing is weird. The market, and I think the NFL owners, they're saying, are the NFL owners colluding against Lamar Jackson? You almost have to. You almost have to reset this ridiculous free agency market. If I'm noticing that if you pay your quarterback too much, it makes it really hard to win Super Bowls, do you think they're not figuring this out? So why go give Lamar Jackson an insane, like, 250 fully guaranteed contract if it might make your team a winner this year, but is it enough to win the Super Bowl? Is it going to give you in cap over the blah blah blah? Anyway, I can talk about this all day long. So let's. White House got rocked by more bad news. The departure of one of Biden. Look at these clickbait titles. More bad news out of CNN. Anderson Cooper gets. These clickbait titles are ridiculous. All right, who gives a shit? Blue Duck Capital. We are fortunate to be short both. Yeah, sharks in the water. You're fortunate because you knew sharks in the water. What is this CODA's wait list? Oh, for the Ape Society's upcoming mint. I've been hearing a lot of ice. I wish I would have bought one of these chilled Kongs when their floor got destroyed. It's still pretty cheap. I almost bought one the other day. Man, 1300 Cardano. There was one I liked. This one's not bad. There was one that I really liked, but it's already gone. I just like, these are cool. I need to update my Twitter profile, you know? And I think these could be a decent investment. Apparently they got some new shit over here. I just don't want to I don't want to spend this much time on NFTs. That one's pretty cool. You can tell I like this little weed hat. Oh, I would like one with the Cardano glasses, but I don't want to wear lipstick. This one's pretty cool. I don't like that he's wrapped up in a... Let's see. Let's look at these. Drinking Ada hat. Let's see. That escalates pretty quick in price. Oh, one with a little gold tooth. 20. I mean, what is the dollar value of that? So yeah, I can't justify spending $700 on a fucking JPEG. I'm sorry. I just can't. Now, if I was a bull run, if this was a full-on bull run and my crypto was a couple million, no big deal. But right now, I'm not spending close to $1,000 on a freaking JPEG. $550, right? This is around the floor. Not going to happen. All right. We making some money, boys and girls. All these little banks are going to have carte blanche to the Fed's discount window. I don't fully understand. All right. So the discount window is big. They're increasing the discount window. This new fund that they're doing is going to be used to backstop deposits and basically kind of no limit that 250,000 FDIC. Like I mentioned earlier, there's about 620 billion in unrealized losses right now. The discount window functions as a safety valve in relieving pressure in reserve markets. Extensions of credit can alleviate liquidity strains at a depository institution and the banking system. Why do the discount window is a tool the Federal Reserve has long used to increase the stability of the financial system, but some believe its effectiveness is diminished by stigma. Institutions may avoid borrowing from it out of concern they may be perceived as being in weakness financial condition. Socialism for the rich in full effect. To a degree. I get, again, I spent a lot of time, and I'm going to be right back in this Twitter space here pretty soon. I get both sides of the argument, but we can't, if these banks fail, you do realize if they didn't backstop Silicon Valley Bank USDC would be depegged by like 5, 6, 7 cents right now. Coinbase would be getting destroyed. Kraken would be getting destroyed. Gemini would probably be getting destroyed. Signature Bank, the same thing. Like, this would be devastating to crypto and technology innovation. So are they the rich? Yes, but they're also the rich, some bad, some good, that are the reason, are what we need to continue our innovation, being number one, increasing our GDP. Like, do you want, I get it. At the end of the day, it wasn't, we're not bailing out the rich. We are and we aren't. But a lot of these people were put in this position. I get both sides. A lot of these startups probably still will fail, and they were given this money by a loose organization. But at the same time, we need some of that for innovation. Also, like, if we don't do this, the FDIC of 250,000 is too low. How are you going to run a business when 250,000 might not even cover your payroll, right? If you're doing $1 million a day, multi-millions of dollars a month, you can't have 40 different banks. And it's going to change the whole banking, ecosystem, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a perfect solution. I don't, but there's a problem. And right now, the problem is a lot of people are going to flee to the top four now. So there will probably continue to be bank runs. That's what the government's trying to stop right now. But I did a poll. How many people check their bank account? I was surprised by how many people actually didn't check it. They probably didn't know what the F was going on, to be quite honest. That's a Cali bank. They got hooked up. It was in Kansas. They would have let that. I don't agree with that. In fact, I think it would have been the opposite. If they had one of those in Kansas, did they let it collapse? I don't remember. But the people would be more willing to help farmers out than tech, right? That's the big thing right now. It's a bunch of rich Silicon Valley tech people that can afford it. I don't know if that's true. At the end of the day, we need to fix the problem. We need to fix how management continues to get, how banking management, there should be much, a lot of people might not, there should be much more government oversight, auditing of checking these books. Like, how does Silicon Valley, I don't understand how the system, how so many regional banks could be put into this position. And again, the moral hazard. If they just say, if they raise the limit of 200, and that's why in like the 2008 crisis was only 100,000. The reason they only lifted it 250,000 is because of moral hazard, right? If they were to say unlimited, do you know how degenerate a lot of bankers would be? Like, oh, we're just going to go out and be risky AF with the money, right? You understand how it works. You deposit money. The bank, the fractional reserve, the bank only needs to keep like 10% cash on hand, and they invest your money and loan out your money to make money, right? That's how they make money. So what happened with Silicon Valley Bank is they put their money in a bunch of long-term bad bonds, and they got destroyed by the yield curve, and they didn't know how to manage the risk, right? And then they ended up having $2 billion in unrealized losses. Sharks in the water smelled this, and they started attacking them and bank runs and shorting, right? And that's going to probably continue a bit into the week. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's a blue state hooked in deep with the White House. I agree with that. Oklahoma is the reddest state in the union. They would let them die over there. Maybe. You might be right. I don't think so. Kansas Bank. There was a big Alameda banking crisis. I believe this was in Kansas. No, bank. Was it Alameda? Alameda? Kansas? Oh, you fill out your, I need someone to fill out a attorney bracket for me so I can win. I don't know shit about college basketball anymore, but Rock Chalk Jayhawks, baby, let's go. Kansas banking crisis. There was a bank. The Panic of 1893. I thought there was a bank in Kansas or in the Midwest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Farm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. They used to call Biden MBNA Joe. He is in bed with banks. Who's MBNA Joe? Oh, what's MBNA? Joe Biden? Master of Business, North America. Masturbator, not applicable. Must buy new assets. Must buy new assholes. Banking of America. Nah, I don't know. All right. Let's see. Ethereum's doing a little bit of a pullback. How's my trade doing? We're up $35. He was a senator for Delaware, where MBNA Bank headquarters. Oh, they used to call him that. I get it. Well, I mean, obviously, powerful politicians are in line and lobbied by big banks, right? There's a reason why we are where we are. And eventually, this is part of why we believe in crypto. I'm standing in line at my bank right now, guys. I'm not even joking. I'm standing in line at my bank right now. I don't have to go anywhere if I want to withdraw money. Am I crazy? Maybe. I'm either crazy or a mad genius. Time will tell. I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in Ethereum. That's where most of my money's parked, right? I have some cash in the bank. You got to live. Got a little dry powder. I don't know if I'm going to be able to deploy it at this point, right? I was waiting for $500 Ethereum and sub 10K Bitcoin to deploy the last remaining. If I don't deploy it, I don't deploy it, right? It's okay. If we get into a bull run and I think I can still make money, if it looks like Bitcoin's going to 100,000 and we're at 40,000, I'll deploy it then. Would it have been better for me to deploy it now? Of course, right? But making money is making money. So I got a little bit of dry powder. Some shit happens. I have a hospital bill I got to pay, right? So it's kind of good that I had that. I don't want to be in a position where I need to get dry powder and have to sell crypto at a loss, right? So you always, I'm a much more risky person than your average person, but I'm betting on what I feel like is a sure thing, not financial advice. They're shaking my faith a little with this choke 2.0 talk and taking down all the critical crypto on-ramps, right? That does scare me a little, and it should scare you. But crypto's seen a lot worse in the past, right? They're hitting us with everything. If crypto makes it through this, and I'm referring to Bitcoin and Ethereum for the most part, right? After that, it becomes much riskier. Right? And even Ethereum's at risk right now, being declared as security. I don't think that'll necessarily, they pay a fine. I don't know, right? What does that even mean? Same with Cardano. I think Bitcoin and Ethereum get past this. They're both two of the best investments of your life. Now, I have a lot of money in Cardano. Looking back, I wish I would have put, I don't know. I'm still comfortable with my Cardano position. I think I'm going to get or we're going to get new all-time highs in Cardano, and we're going to see if their ecosystem, like I said, if they don't get billions in TVL, the writing's on the wall, in my opinion, and I will take a lot of profit. Oh, let's go, baby. I'll take a lot of profits, and I'll probably keep some over there. But Ethereum and Bitcoin, Ethereum will probably be the number one layer one. Follow the money. Metcalfe's law, the layer 2's coming online. I can go on and on. There is a hard, I'm open to ears on like all these arguments, all these other layer ones, all the Cardano Kool-Aid sippers. Oh, gas is really expensive over there, and it's non-liquid staking. How you continue to cling on to that hope, right? I'm not doubting that Cardano, again, it's my biggest bag. It is my biggest bag, and I think they will be successful and eventually be $1 trillion+ asset. But I'm not married, right? I'm optimistically looking at the fact that they could fail, right? And I'll be ready to pull the plug if I have to. But there's FUD all across the market right now. This is actually pretty impressive moves with crypto right now, considering all things. Holy shit, it's 8:01. God damn it, man. I want to go on. All right, the Nasdaq's up 107. Coinbase is up $4. If I can get this put to be green, I'm probably out. I'm probably out. I'm going to take my money and run like a thief in the night. I don't know. I'll probably keep it on. I'm extremely bullish Coinbase in the future. We'll have to see. This whole Cross Rivers Bank thing that they got right now, like I said, an over-the-counter bank, scares me a little. Maybe you go if you got a broker that allows OTC stocks. Maybe you go buy some of that. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't buy OTC stocks. CRFV, Cross Rivers Bank. God damn it. Let's see what their market cap is. NASDAQ. Why is it not showing? All right, let's see if no, this isn't QNB. Cross Rivers Bank. God damn it. We had this earlier. Is this not the Cross? Coinbase. CSRVF. Does Tap Tools give us? Not Tap Tools. CRSVF. CSRVF. I don't think this gives us market cap, does it? It's not really. I mean, look at this chart. That is ugly. No volume. This doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me. This is a new banking partner for Coinbase at all. I want to see like Google Finance. We'll do Yahoo. No, all right, we'll do Yahoo. Pink sheep. All right. All right. Shut up. Market cap. What? What? Their market cap is 2 million. This can't be right. Did I? Coinbase, Cross Rivers Bank. Maybe. I could have sworn I saw a tweet that Coinbase is partnered with Cross Rivers Bank. Maybe I have this wrong. Was it Circle? Coinbase, Cross River is the new fiat gateway for Coinbase with the RTP. It's backed by A16Z. The Fed is backstopping. Let's see. We have a winner. All right, so they do have money. So it looks like they do have money in JP Morgan. That's good. I don't know why you wouldn't put it all there. Signature is not good. Silvergate closed, then Silicon Valley, and then Signature. Coinbase is having a rough time. So, Circle announced its partner. All right, so it was Circle. All right, that's even crazier. Coinbase had $287 million in Silicon. Circle has $3 billion. Had 3.3. I mean, they're not. Are they putting 3.3 billion in a bank that has a 2 million? Like, something doesn't seem right here. Circle legit posted this too. Circle. Yeah, here we go. Circle USDC operations will open for business on Monday morning, including with new automated settlement via our new partnership with Cross Rivers Bank. 3.3 billion of USDC reserve risk removed. It's interesting. I wonder why, like, you would think the price of this bank would go up. I don't know that this is the same thing though. Cross Rivers Ventures. I don't know if this is the Cross Rivers. I don't know if maybe their bank is maybe this could be the wrong Cross Rivers. Cross Rivers Bank might not even have a ticker symbol. Expands BNY. All right, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. I may stream tonight. Shit's cray right now. I gotta get to work. How are we looking? 1 like. Sad Tom. All right, everyone.